weekly dose of Sifa Sunday right here on TV47, the home of untold stories. It is now time to bring you up to date with what's happening from across the country and beyond on this Sunday, the 21st of January 2024, a day after two individuals, former President Uhuru Kenyatta and President William Ruto, met in the Democratic Republic of Congo for the swearing in the inauguration of Felix Tshisekedi, the president of DRC. We have these and much more right here on News Now with me, George Maringa. But now, let's get a sneak peek of what we have for you ahead. Among the top stories making headlines at this hour, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has called on Mount Kenya leaders to unite and shun divisive politics.
This region is united behind President William Ruto. Hatutaki mambo mingi.
A section of Azimio leaders from Western Kenya have vowed to protect sugar millers from privatization plan.
Hatutakubali nyinyi na watu wengine na vibaraka wengine muuze kampuni ya Nzoia.
Plus, a section of members of parliament have called on the treasury to release NG-CDF funds on time.
Tunaomba tu Ministry ya Education itoe pesa kwa wakati wa mashule.
We thank you for choosing TV47 to inform you. I'm at George Maringa _ across all social media platforms. Interact with us. Our SMS line is also open. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has asked Mount Kenya leaders to unite, shun divisive politics, and promote greater participation of the youth in productive socio-economic activities. Speaking at Kiambu Golf Club on Saturday night during a Thanksgiving ceremony for golf champion Michael Karanga, the Deputy President said there was a political scheme to divide the Mount Kenya region voting bloc. He, however, said the schemers will not succeed in their mission, as he asked the leaders to focus on the development and socio-economic growth of the people. Accompanied by tens of MPs from the region who declared to rally behind him, Mr. Gachagua asked the leaders to be united by the vision of a strong and prosperous community and Kenya at large.
We shall go.
One, this region is united behind President William Ruto. Hatutaki mambo mingi. What the people wanataka ni mambo ya barabara, mambo ya kahawa, mambo ya majani chai, mambo ya maziwa, mambo ya biashara na mambo ya usalama. Na watu wetu wakipata usalama, watu wetu ni watu ya biashara. And that is what we shall do to make sure there is security here in Kiambu. My people of this region, let's stay united and focused. I mean, whoever has any scheme to divide this region should know that the people of this region are very intelligent people.
Tuko kitu moja. Msiseme ati sijui Murang'a ifanye nini, sijui wapi ifanye nini, ati sijui Murang'a round hii sijui nini. Sisi tunasema Murang'a, they had their presidential candidate in 2013. Peter Kenneth. Walimchagua. 2017, 2022 walikuwa na Mwangi wao wa Iria. Walimuunga mkono. Raundi hii ile maneno ambayo sisi tunakusupport na wewe, you are our de facto leader. Na karibu sana Kiambu.
People of Mount Kenya, I'm telling you that we have to speak in one voice. We have to rally behind one leader who is Rigathi Gachagua. The others who are trying to divide Mount Kenya, fellow Kikuyus, please, united, we win. Divided, Mungu ni mwema.
From the mountain to Western Kenya, where a section of Azimia leaders from Western region have opposed the Kenya Kwanza government's proposal to lease 5 sugar millers in the country, stating that leasing public companies for 50 years is as good as privatizing. Speaking during the DAPK party's function in Bungala town, party leader Eugene Wamalwa condemned leaders from the region led by National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula for what he said is not protecting people's rights. The leaders stated that they will not allow Nzoia company to be leased. Further, Wamalwa called upon President William Ruto to fulfill his campaign promises to to the people.
Mumesikia serikali inafanya budget ya billions, hakuna hata shilingi moja inakuja Bungoma. Tunapewa barabara ya kilomita 3 ya kwenda kwa mheshimiwa Moses Wetangula. Lakini haiendi kwa mtu mwingine, haiendi kwa mtu maskini. Na mimi leo nataka kuambia ndugu yangu Moses Wetangula na ndugu yangu Kenneth Lusaka, hatutakubali nyinyi na watu wengine na vibaraka wengine muuze kampuni ya Nzoia. Sitaficha mtu yote. Na kampuni ya Nzoia kiuzwa ni nyinyi ndio tutalaumu.
We are surprised kwa sababu wale walikuwa wana promise watanunua mashini mpya Nzoia, watakilia madeni, watalipa farmers na wakaahidi mambo mengi. Tunashangaa sasa hawakulipa wakulima ile kitu ambayo waliahidi. Ya pili, hawajaleta mashini mpya, lakini sasa wanatangaza kuuza Nzoia. Mimi niko na hakika hakuna wakulima wamekuwa consulted katika Bungoma wakakubali ya kwamba Nzoia iuzwe. Have there been any such consultations? Na nyinyi mtakubali Nzoia iuzwe kweli?
Kama wanaazimio tuliamua ya kwamba wakati umefika huyu mtu anayeitwa Zakayo aende nyumbani. Aende asiende? Aende. Sababu tangu ashike ushukani yeye amepandisha vitu sana. Wengi mlio hapa Bungoma mnalia mwezi huu wa Januari, wengi watoto kwenda shule imekuwa ni shida. Kweli si kweli? Kila kitu kimeenda juu na maisha yamekuwa magumu zaidi sababu ya ushuru wa nani? Zakayo.
Now, GEM MP, that is Elisha Odhiambo, now wants a section of ODM leaders probed over their recent onslaught on Interior Principal Secretary Raymond Omolo. The MP has called on the National Cohesion and Integration Commission, NCIC, to summon ODM MPs John Mbadi, Edwin Sifuna, James Opiyo Wandayi, and Siaya Governor James Orengo over the remarks that they allegedly made against PS Omolo during the burial of Migori County ODM party chairman in Rongo constituency last week. Odhiambo stated that for this country to be peaceful and free from incidences of violence in public gatherings and in funerals, such leaders need to be investigated and stern action taken against them.
I am calling upon the national cohesion to be able to summon the Honorable Mbadi, summon Sifuna, summon Wandayi, summon James Orengo for the utterances they made in Rongo. In Rongo, they castigated police. Even Orengo, whose father was a policeman. So, I want to call on national police, national cohesion. If you want the country to be peaceful, so that there's no fight in federals, there's no fight in the country, there's no tension in the country, you must redress these issues. And I want to ask those leaders, Dr. Raymond Omolo was given a job by the President of the Republic of Kenya. Probably it's Dr. Raymond Omolo and Owalo who are the only Luos, senior Luos in government. And you know, I noticed that the senator of Migori was a bit careless about talking about Dr. Raymond Omolo. If our own son has been put at the nerve center of government, let us support him. Let us do what? Because I'm going to bring Raymond to game to support the development initiatives that I'm initiating for the people of Game. So I want to tell Raymond, don't be intimidated. You know, ODM, which is my party, they like selling fear. Let them not sell fear to you. I've refused that they cannot sell fear to me. Then I want to tell him, his loyalty and fidelity should be in service to the people of Kenya. Serve the people of Kenya without fear or favor. But remember, you belong to our community. We expect much of you as our own son. And we pray that God gives you good health as you lead the country forward in terms of security.
Now, ahead of the planned dialogue between the executive and the judiciary, the Bungala Man social movement in Nairobi now claims that President William Ruto will be risking a new chapter in the nation's legal and judicial history should he choose to ignore it. Speaking in Nairobi, the group described the president's disregard for the Kenyan court as undermining democratic principles and reducing public trust in autonomous legal institutions. The opposition has recently cautioned the judiciary against engaging in negotiations with the executive, stating that doing so could jeopardize the independence of the judiciary.
Our call is not rooted in opposition for the sake of opposition, but in a genuine concern for the preservation of values that defines us as a nation. We implore you, Mr. President, to reflect on the gravity of the situation and demonstrate leadership by respecting and obeying the court orders that have been issued. History will judge us, not only by our action, but our commitment to the ideal that have shaped our nation. Let us be remembered as a society that upheld the rule of law, where leaders respected the decision of judiciary, even when it was inconvenient. It is a moment that the strength of our democracy is tested, and it is our collective responsibility to ensure that it emerges stronger and more resilient.
Sisi tunauliza hii koti corrupt. Kwa nini Ruto alitikia koti corrupt kumpea mamlaka aongoze Kenya? Na ndio maana tunasema namna hii. Hatutakubali kuchezewa na wanasiasa hii mchezo ya abracadabra. Ati koti kisha kupea leo unasema asanti. Kesho ikikunyang'anya unasema ni shetani. Hakuna shetani. Shetani ni nyinyi wanasiasa. Na sisi kama wanaharakati, wakereketo, wanabunge la wananchi, hatutawaachilia koti raundi hii.
Now, a day after attending the inauguration ceremony of Felix Tshisekedi, the President of the Democratic Republic of Congo, President William Ruto, accompanied by leaders from Western Kenya, is attending a church service in Busia County. The President has been urging Kenyans to be patient with his government, and let's cross over and listen in to Prime Cabinet Secretary, that is Musalia Mudavadi.
Haya, tutamsikiza, tutawaambia wamsikize alafu walete report hapo mbele ili tujaribu kuona tutasaidiana namna gani. Asante sana. Mheshimiwa Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya William Samoei Ruto, askofu wetu Okude, Imormor Papa Giteso, viongozi wote ambao wako hapa wakiongozwa na mjumbe wa hapa Mama Mary Emase na gavana, ndugu na dada na viongozi waumini wote ambao wako hapa, yangu ni mawili ama matatu. Jambo la kwanza, Mheshimiwa Rais, mimi nataka nichukue fursa hii kupongeza watu wa Busia na haswa watu wa Iteso. Mheshimiwa Rais, katika jamii ambazo zinakaa katika eneo ya magharibi, Western Kenya, if there is one community that knows how to use their vote, wale wanajua kupiga kura, ile walisema mundu kumundu, itwane kuitwane, the people of Iteso are the most powerful voters in Western region. Wakishapiga kura na ukihesabu, unashangaa hao watu wote walitoa wapi hizi kura. They are very powerful in voting. Next year, the year after, na ile inakuja tushirikiane pamoja, ikifika 2027 watu waiteso.
We shall be bringing you more details of that church service where President William Ruto is accompanied by other leaders that is happening in Busia County. Also accompanying him is the CS Babu Namwamba and other leaders. Away from that, Huisero Member of Parliament Christopher Aseka has called on the Ministry of Education to release capitation funds in time to enable proper learning in learning institutions. Aseka at the same time pointed out that there is need for national government to disburse the remaining NG-CDF funds to enable legislators implement their projects in time. Speaking during the launch of Huisero NG-CDF 7th cohort program, he said the delay in disbursement of funds has delayed implementation of CDF projects, including bursaries to the needy, and at the same time condemned the recent attacks on teachers, urging parents to avoid taking law in their hands and instead pursue proper channels in resolving pertinent issues in learning institutions.
Tunaomba tu Ministry ya Education itoe pesa kwa wakati kwa mashule, kwa sababu shule mingi zinasumbuka kwa kuchelewesha kwa capitation ya shule. Serikali ikitaka walimu wafanye kazi vizuri, watoto wakae vizuri shuleni, lazima watoe pesa mapema. Hata yetu ya CDF tumepiga kelele, ndio juzi wametoa kidogo, hata wajatoa 25%. Tunaomba serikali itoe pesa ya CDF yote. Saizi ni kama half a year. Watoe 50% tuweze kusaidia watoto wafanye nini? Masomo. Tujenge madarasa na tufanye miradi mingine ya maendeleo ambayo tumeambia wananchi tutafanya.
Now, education stakeholders from Uasin Gishu County are now calling on parents to spare their time and talk to their girls about the importance of education. According to the principal of Loreto Girls High School, Phyllis Jepkosgei, Uasin Gishu County has enough resources to facilitate the education of a girl child, but if parents do not cooperate with teachers in promoting their studies, many girls may be swept away by the epidemic of unplanned pregnancies. Jepkosgei noted that teenage pregnancies lead to early marriages, a situation that will prevent them from developing in life. The Loreto Girls has been in the forefront in fighting for the education of the girl child by sponsoring the best students who come from disadvantaged families.
I want to request parents and especially mothers to be close to their daughters. When they lack those basic needs, it is a distractor to their learning. But we as a school, we step in where the parents may not be able or may not be aware that the girls need certain things. So we have a kitty for our needy students, we support them. And many of those we have supported, they have gone to the university. Yes. Out of 11 students last year, we have 6 of them transiting to the university, one with an A-, because of that support of the teachers, and where we feel the parents may not be able to support. Some give excuses. They cannot attend their academic days because of the distance, because of lack of money. They feel it's not their responsibility, it is the responsibility of the other parent. So we equally call both the father and the mother to play a role in the education of their children.
Now, Retirement Benefits Authority CEO Charles Mashira now says the new NSSF Act will be of benefit to the workers. The Act requires the contribution of employee towards NSSF to be increased from 2,160 shillings to 4,320 shillings starting February. Speaking in Nyahururu during the 8th annual Mount Kenya Pension Conference, Mashira said the contributions to NSSF is a savings for the workers since the employee will take home good money. However, he lamented that the country does not have an optimal number of people saving for their retirement.
We've come from a very difficult year. Times have been difficult, but for now, we must really ensure we talk about sustainability of the pension industry. So many people are saving, but at the end of it, going home with very minimal benefits. So we are looking at around igniting change. We are looking around at ensuring that there are changes that come around that will help the industry move forward. Because we care and we are really here to ensure all Kenyan employees who are saving through pension schemes go home with something reasonable.
Over 28,000 people are set to undergo financial literacy training from European Business University under a 4 billion shillings scholarship through the East Africa Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture, that is EACCIA. Addressing the media in Nairobi, the president of EACCIA, Richard Ngatia, said the scholarships will provide an opportunity for individuals in getting the necessary skills aimed at encouraging the culture of savings and investments beyond country borders. Ngatia added that each of the 14 country members of EACCIA will receive 2,000 scholarships and that January 22nd is the deadline for applications. The Chamber CEO, Charles Kinutho, asserted that the Chamber is reaching out to the rest of Africa to promote regional trade.
We are here as EACCIA to call for applications for financial literacy scholarships, a partnership between East African Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture and European Business University in Luxembourg. The East Africa Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture are happy to announce the offer of 28,000 scholarships, each worth Kenya shillings approximately 130,000 towards financial literacy across its member countries. The scholarships, worth total Kenya shillings approximately 4 billion, be distributed to 14 countries. Across these 14 countries and will be